What up, collective, and welcome to the November important messages. Pick a reading. So, if you want to look into the blessings coming your way in November, you can find that on my Patreon. The subscription is $2.99 a month, and the link will be below. So, let's go on and get right into it. This one is group 1, group 2, and group 3. If you can see it, it's the amethyst. Sorry, my camera's a little dark. It's a little dark-ish outside, kind of cloudy. So, it's not really too much sunlight. Also, I'm going to be using a virtual deck. So I'll be using a deck on my phone as well as my Mean Girls oracles. I'm sorry if the camera is like focusing and coming in and out of focus. I do not have a camera stand yet. So nothing is really, everything is a little ghetto, okay? But we're not going to pay attention to that. All that matters is that we get the message out. But yes, please take your time and see which one calls out to you the most, and then we'll go ahead and get into it. All right. Let me make sure I put this in order. So welcome, group 1. Welcome to your November important messages for 2023. What does group 1 need to know? So there's something that you're going to be letting go of that's going to be bringing you a lot of happiness, a lot of peace. I feel like for some of you, there's an ancestor on the other side or some sort of grandmother figure who really wanted you to gather the strength to let go of something that was really draining your finances, draining your money, draining your energy. You know, it was just draining your time. And I feel like in November, you're finally going to have the strength to walk away from something or somebody that has not really been making you happy. And ironically, that's when this person could return. For some of you, I'm hearing it just like that. It's like maybe you're in some sort of twin flame dynamic or high level soulmate connection where you both had a falling out, and or this could even be a friend or family member, but you had a falling out with this person and it threw you off. You know, it really threw you off because for some time you felt like it would be hard for you to open up to people again because of what happened between you and this person. And I feel this happened for a reason because there's just this aspect of you that maybe before was a little bit too trusting, a little bit too giving. And that's what this person was supposed to teach you, is how to be a little bit more stingy with your energy, how to protect your energy from energy vampires. And that's usually what twin flame dynamics do, is that they teach you about who you are on a deeper level, and that person reflects to you a lot what you're supposed to work on. And how you know you're in a twin flame connection is that you will evolve at the same rate. Whenever you start evolving, that person will evolve. Whenever you start changing, that person will change. And you can also ask for signs. I was also meditating on the term twin flame, and the divine was letting me know that yes, not most people have twin flames because they've lost certain aspects of themselves. You know, before I was thinking everybody should have a twin flame, right? Everybody has another half. No, there are certain people who are very deep in their karma where they are not aligned with twin flames in that incarnation. They may have one, but they're not grounding into that, at least in this incarnation, because of the lessons that they have to learn. But for you guys specifically, you do have somebody who's meant to mirror something to you. And because you are learning this lesson, I feel like in November, there's going to be some sort of surprise offer that you did not expect, coming from somebody who was very closed off, maybe even a little manipulative in the past, deceptive, not really showing you their hand. But look at all of this happiness. I feel like there's just a lot of happiness because of the fact that you've worked on your self-worth and self-love. So it's like, even if you're getting positive messages on this person, it's like you're not really going to centralize your day around it because you know better now. You became a lot stronger. So you don't need something or somebody for validation anymore. And the divine is very proud of you. I feel the only thing that would really get in your way in November is if you psych yourself out by telling yourself that you're not worthy because of having moments of deception. Look, or having moments of worry, moments where you're like, am I even good enough for this? Am I even strong enough for this? Will, like, you know, if you just start really thinking about stuff too much, I feel like you guys really got to be careful of fixating on certain things in November also, especially when it comes to physical appearance. Like you may find that you're just having little moments of insecurity, especially if you're on social media and you're looking at certain people. The divine is saying, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, so there are certain people who may find the person you're looking at not the most attractive, and it's just, beauty is so fleeting. It's really about what's inside, and I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be learning that, especially if you went through a period of like being really hard on your appearance, or just wondering if you would ever find love or reconcile. Maybe this person made you feel insecure or jealous in the past because they maybe left you for somebody else, but that was supposed to happen. There's something that was supposed to happen or is supposed to happen to teach you how to like love yourself, ironically. And sometimes we have to learn those lessons through facing our biggest fears. So there was something that you couldn't stand anymore, or there's something that you're going to be like, I can't stand feeling this way anymore. It's like you may need to talk to a therapist for some of you about certain insecurities. That's really going to be helpful for you in the month of November, especially if you start having these anxiety attacks or these flare-ups of just, not being able to control your emotions. I'm getting to seek the help that you need. A lot of you are going to be abundant enough to do certain things like that. So make sure that you're being open to the opportunity of healing through other outlets. Not just readings, there's no shade in readings, but maybe you need something deeper. Maybe you need something more personal. With this Queen of Swords, I just feel like there's something that you're not communicating about how you feel about yourself that you're afraid to see. Look, I love this card. It's like the denial card, like, no, that's not what I'm feeling. No, I don't want to hear it. La, 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 la. It's like, no. Let's talk about it. That's how the universe feels. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about how you feel. Let's get to the root of why you feel insecure. Why do you feel jealous? Let's talk about it. So I feel like you're going to be having some pretty uncomfortable conversations with yourself, but it's going to help you to actually stand 10 toes down a bit more. Yep. It's going to help you to stand. And then what's crazy is that you're going to evolve out of needing somebody or needing something that for so long you felt like you needed to validate you. And ironically, that's when it's going to start chasing you. Because there's somebody, for some of you, this may not be for everybody, this is a very specific message, but there's like somebody who's always saw you as this way. But maybe when you got into the connection, you let jealousy take over. And then it ended up manifesting as maybe this person leaving you, or, this friend talking shit about you. It's reflections, okay? It's like you completely, it's almost like you were blinded to who you were because of how things went in your past or past lives. And it's just been this cycle that's been repeating of you not understanding how beautiful you really are, how attractive you really are. It's like, and usually when you feel that way, you end up being with people who don't really see your worth, or, they mirror that to you so you can learn that lesson. That's why twin flame dynamics are very tricky, because they can appear karmic in nature, but your twin will be just as spiritually there with you. They will be like consciously aware of the things that they do. They'll be very conscious. You'll be able to come back and have conversations that are very conscious, about the things that you've went through. Like, it's not going to be karmic where the person just ghosts you, never talks to you again, and it's hard to keep them in your life. That's the twin is always going to come back and mirror back in some sort of way to teach you and touch bases with you, unless you're really doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. But I just don't feel that for you guys. I feel like you've been on the path of your life purpose, and there is going to be clarity about your connections coming in, and how maybe you settled for certain things that you shouldn't have because you did not really understand or see your full potential or understand your full worth. So there's a lot about blooming into this beautiful butterfly in November where, maybe there was something about you where, because I'm hearing, I hate to see you cry. So maybe, I don't know why I'm hearing that. So there's somebody on the other side who really hates to see you crying over something that isn't really worth crying about, because it's a misunderstanding. Some of you could be seeing that something was a misunderstanding. Maybe you weren't seeing something or someone clearly. And it's 8:28 on the clock, so that's a confirmation for somebody in particular. But it was just very hard for you to grasp something. You know, maybe you were getting emotional because for a long time you were getting that love was coming into your life and it wasn't, but it was because you did not see yourself as somebody who was beautiful enough to have that love offer. So the whole time you were blaming the universe because you were like, universe, you're lying to me. But really they were waiting for you to start being honest with yourself about how beautiful you really are. And you can't seek that validation from the outside. So I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be ending a cycle of that. And really looking at yourself as somebody who's deserving, worthy of love, special, beautiful, you know? Okay, let's see. So that's mainly what I get on group one's messages. Again, check out my Patreon to see what the blessings are coming for you in November 2023. And I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace out. Welcome, 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 group 2, to your November important messages. So let's go ahead and jump right in and see what the energy is. You guys are going to have to be really careful about posting things online. There's somebody for some of you who's very jealous of you. Very, very jealous. They could be a Queen of Pentacles in reverse towards Virgo, Capricorn. This person is just no good, okay? I feel like you have to be careful of sharing certain successes online, especially if you're in a relationship and you have somebody who's very jealous of you and your person. Yeah, because it could turn into drama. It could turn into drama real quick. I feel like there are going to be these little pockets of drama, tests of drama, detours of drama that you have to watch for getting sucked into. There are certain things and people that really are trying to keep you from being happy. This could even be on a spiritual level. Because I feel like a lot of you are chosen or destined for a very big purpose, especially with someone in particular. And, you know, I read for a lot of Twin Flame Collective. I noticed that. Divine union, divine counterpart energy. And I feel like you're supposed to be meeting or aligning with somebody or realigning with somebody in November, and you're going to be facing a lot of resistance, or you're supposed to be taking your relationship to the next level, and there's going to be like a lot of resistance that you face before this can even come together. This person could be a Taurus. I'm saying Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm also seeing Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, for some of you, this is somebody's ex who's very jealous of you. And you're going to have to be careful of that. You're going to have to be careful of sharing too many things online. You know, keep your relationship to yourself. Keep your good news to yourself. Yeah, because a lot of people have been talking about you. I do feel like there's been an air of gossip where there have been people who have been trying to brainwash other people into hating you or disliking you. Because y'all remember this scene, right? If you've seen Mean Girls, y'all remember how she did that? That was so foul, yo. That was so fucking foul. But I feel like somebody literally Regina George your Aaron Samuels. Like, what? Like, or they may be trying to do that. Okay, so that's a very specific message. That may not be for everybody. But I also get to watch for being around friends who are messy like that, you know? Because I feel like it could make you emotional. I feel like you guys being a little bit more emotional than normal. It looked like she got a booger on her nose or a mole on her lip. Sorry. I should have wiped the card. Hold on. My bad, y'all. My bad. Let's just clean you up a little bit, Cody. Okay. But yeah, I feel like there's something you're going to witness for some of you that can make you emotional. Like, you know what? I don't like this actually. I feel like you may need to call somebody out, maybe a friend or family member, or this is what happened. And it's going to lead to you falling out with people who are messy, or it's going to lead to you seeing things for what they really are. And it may be it may sting a little bit. It may sting a little bit. Okay, maybe you realize that somebody is a player. And it's like the divine is saying, before you make assumptions, before you react or respond, there's this need to watch for your reactions, because that's exactly what the enemy is wanting out of you. This is like a spiritual battle almost. It's almost like certain things start to happen right before your blessing to distract you, because you're meant to get married. So what's going to happen is that certain things happen to make you feel like that's not what's going to happen. Okay, so keep that in mind. Or it could be something very specific that you're trying to manifest, and the exact things start happening. You're going to start thinking that you're delayed. You know, I'm kind of going through something like this right now, where it's like things are very slow, but in my spirit, I know that I'm going to be okay. There are certain deadlines that I'm trying to reach. And I notice that whenever I'm trying to reach a deadline, or I really center in on a manifestation, there's a lot of resistance. And that's because the divine is testing your will to continue moving forward, while also highlighting to you what weak spots you may have that may be keeping you from ascending into that level. So let's say you're too gullible when it comes to lovers. You're going to see something very blatant with somebody, and it makes you be like, okay, I get it. Let me fall back. I feel like this energy of you being like, okay, I got to fall back now. Same goes for work environments. You know, it's just going to be like something happens at work where you're just like, that's the nail in the coffin. Look, that's the nail in the coffin for me. Like, it's the ghetto work environment for me. Like, I feel like you guys are just going to have it up to here and be like, I'm done with this situation. You're going to be pushed to walk away from something. Yeah, so you can get to something better. Yeah, and it's coming in very quickly. I feel like over the next eight weeks to max months at the latest. But with this 8 of Wands, it's quick. You know, it could happen at any moment. So I feel like this energy of you needing to be on your toes about, you know, just wearing your heart on your sleeve. Take it very slow when it comes to people coming into your life and trying to like work with you or have conversations with you. Allow yourself to be free in your creativity, also in your expression. Like, don't be afraid to tell people what you need from them. Because I feel like maybe in the past you used to just go along with whatever that person wanted because you really just loved them, or you had a crush, or you really just respected that family member or friend. But I feel like I'm literally hearing you need to grow a pair. Okay? You need to grow a backbone. There's something about November teaching you a lot about how to grow a backbone and overcome any manipulation or adversity. Okay, so that's a quick little short message for you guys for group 2. Tune into my November blessings on Patreon to see what the blessings will be. Okay, I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace out. Also, if you guys want something even more, I have November horoscopes for each element. So if you want to check out my podcast, you can check out just that one's a little bit longer, so you can kind of like put it all together in one. Okay, but yeah, welcome group 3, and welcome to your November important messages. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into that. I feel like you guys need a break. You are exhausted. You are exhausted. That's why you've been on edge, or that's why you've been really paranoid. Seeing things that are not there. You're very close to burnout. I feel like you've been so dead set on success that you haven't been realizing how much you've accomplished. And there are so many people who are proud of you also. I feel like there are so many people who admire you, especially a mother figure or a father figure, or just there's someone who raised you, who really is proud of you, but you don't realize it because you're kind of still stuck in this little bit of a la la land of like, what if I'm never successful? What if I'm not getting anything done? Meanwhile, you're running around doing all of this incredible shit and not realizing that you're doing all of this incredible stuff. And the divine is going to call you to slow down, especially because there's a bigger purpose that you're supposed to be fulfilling. Yeah, I do. I keep getting this vibe of you collaborating with the divine masculine energy. Or if you're a divine masculine watching this, you're supposed to be collaborating with the divine feminine energy to create something that is out of this world, or to show something that is not of this world. Something that's very different. I also feel like this person is more extroverted than you. Yeah, this is somebody also, I'm hearing they have a tattoo. Or when this person comes into your life, these are things to look out for. You could be out on a drive or a walk and you meet this person, for those of you who are single and haven't met anybody. But for those of you who know who your person is, they're ending a cycle to come back into your life, and you know it. And all you have to do is stay strong. A lot of you just know that something is about to get better in your life, and all you got to do in November is don't stop believing, quite literally. And that's kind of been the theme for all three pals. Yeah. I feel like when things don't move as quickly as you want, you start to want to give up. And the more that you work on that, is the quicker your manifestations are going to come in. So try to be grateful for the things that you have in the moment, rather than focusing on something or somebody that hasn't worked out, or being upset at the universe for not moving as quickly as you want, because you're not doing the work. So all you're doing is delaying it. The universe is like, I told you. Like, there could be something that happens in November, like, that's like accurate to the readings you've been getting, and the universe is going to be like, I told you. Like, maybe you've been getting this for the past 6 weeks or months, that something or someone is coming in, a blessing, a surprise. And it's just like, once you work through this kind of like pissy attitude, I'm sorry, that's just how I'm hearing it, the more you're going to be able to get what you desire. Because I feel like some of you just have been way too pessimistic, way too pessimistic. I actually pulled this in reverse, so let me interpret that. Okay, fall down, why don't you? I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I cannot shut this off. I'm going to have to keep going. I'm so sorry. Look, so I feel like that's kind of like saying something about how November is going to be for you. It's like, you're going to have to keep it together. You're going to have to keep it rolling. Even if things fuck up, you're going to have to keep going. You can't care. You can't care. You can't focus on how you fail. Nobody's watching you and keeping the score except your ego. You can't keep keeping the score like this with yourself, because all you're going to do is fuck up. The more you think you're fucking up is the more you're going to fuck up, ironically. But the more that you're just enjoying life and going with the flow and trusting that you are worthy of the things that are coming in, is the better you'll feel, the better you'll be in the moment. You know, you only trip over your feet when you're focusing on it too much. You know, when you're focusing way too much. I even noticed that when I'm skating. When I focus way too much on my feet, or like just hitting every mark, it's like I fuck up even more. But the more that I just like trust myself and I just kind of have fun and I don't look down at my skates, the more I flow. That's kind of like the visual that I'm seeing for you guys in November, is just don't focus on your feet so much. Try to keep your head up. Try to keep focusing on what you want to see. Yeah. The universe has been doing this dance with you for years, I'm hearing. It's been back and forth, you know, but it's okay. You know, it's like, you can end that cycle today. You can end it today. I understand you guys have been repeating something for a long time, but you can end it today, is what the universe is saying. So November, that's the energy that's going to be like radiating out of you, is I can do it today. I don't have to be in this energy anymore. I don't have to be sad anymore. I don't have to date this person anymore, or work in this job. There's just so many different, it's like lighting a fire under your ass. I also feel like there's somebody who's a lesbian at work who likes you. I have to say that, okay? Because not just because she's a lesbian in the movie, but literally, like, I feel that vibe, okay? Because usually sometimes when I pull this card, I can feel if it's a male energy or, you know, I feel definitely like same-sex energy. So, yeah, you're not wrong about somebody liking you in the workplace. Like somebody that you didn't expect, but you're like, I sense a little flirty flirt. Like, I just get that vibe. So you may notice that there are just people who like you more than you think. I think group 2 was getting something like that too, or group 1. Yeah, so there's just going to be a lot of understanding that it's time to let go of the nitpicking. It's time to let go of being afraid to shine. It's time to let go of being afraid to step out of the career path that you've been in to please other people. There's a lot of you breaking out of shadow projections, like what people thought you should be, and you realizing how you were living in those simulations. But the biggest thing I feel for you in November is getting prepared for a new cycle. Okay. See, there's more coming out for you guys. I feel like November also is all about you stacking up your money financially. You've been spending way too much. Maybe some of you have been spending way too much on tarot card readings and you need to take a break. Or you need to take a break from watching them in November. After this one, chill out for a little bit. That's what the universe is really saying. Chill out. Okay? Like, they looking at you like, damn. There's something you've been doing excessively and the universe is like, tacky. Pressed. And you're going to feel that, you know, because I've had moments where I've been pressed about something and I can literally feel my guide's eye rolling. I can literally feel the universe, like, just like mean mugging me, like looking just like this, like, didn't I just tell your ass that we wasn't talking about? Next question, Tamika. Next question, Tamika. Stop playing with me before you don't get what you need. Next question, Tamika. So a lot of you guys are going to be realizing how you've been doing that. And you're going to snap out of this cycle of like analysis paralysis so that you can move forward, because it's like you've been trying to get the juice from the universe way too much, or from this source of validation. I get it. You didn't get it much as a kid. You need it from somebody, right? But we have to reparent ourselves and give it to ourselves. And I feel like that's why sometimes you feel isolated by the universe, or like nobody cares about me, nobody, or whatever, this mindset. And you're going to have this epiphany, especially right now, that you're going to need to stop doing that so you can be happier. The only way you can be happy is if you're happy with yourself. You have to be, and there's acceptance first that comes with being happy. So there's a lot of acceptance that you're going to have to go through in the month of November. And you're going to be working on this energy up until December and probably till January, you know, for some of you. But take your time with this lesson. Like I said, this is something I'm going through also, where every day it's such an achievement when I go without asking about something that's really been bothering me, or I just flow and I don't stop through the day and try to channel every synchronicity. Because as a reader, that's what I would do. I would channel, let's say I saw like 10 synchronicities, like in the span of an hour. I would sit down, I would start my day, and then I would see a sync and I would channel, and then it would like mess up the flow state. And by the time that, you know, that was my free time, and then by the time I did all that, it's time for me to work. And then it's like, by the time my sessions are done, it's time for me to go to bed. So I didn't really have time to actually be present in my reality. And I feel like that's something that you guys are going to be realizing. There's like this OCD thing that you have going on, and you're going to have to start working on it so that you can be more present in your reality and heal the wound that's causing it. All right, so that's mainly what I got for group 3. Again, if you want to check out your blessings messages, it'll be on my Patreon. The link will be below. Okay, I'll see you at the next one. Peace out.